Somehow, we knew we'd be here. Even with the Pirates up 3-0, we knew that #1 New York would push. And here we are. Game 7. Winner take all. Winner to the NLCS. It all ends here. Here in Shea Stadium in New York. Well, it all ends tonight. It all ends here. And there are all the games. The Mets, Game 5 went in extra innings. Game 4 was tied. Game 6 was New York as they took it over. And John Smiley against David Cone. Game 7. Oh, this is going to be fun. Coming up next. Well, here's David Cone. He's 0-1. He didn't have a great last game. His ERA is 5.06 innings, 5 1/3, 6 hits. But the 1.31 walks and hits per innings pitched is big. And here's Barry. We finally get something that says first on the Pirates, the OPS. And Barry Bonds now will begin Game 7, the winner take all. And that's going to be a strike. Every at-bat, every decision, and every pitch made will be remembered for a long time. And it'll be the 0-1 on the ground right there. And it'll be 2 full to Tuffle to Hernandez, 1 out. Bonds, leaned, Van Slyke, Bonilla, Bream. Reynolds, Obergfell, LaValliere, and Belliard, they're only hitting 188 in this series. It's been a real defensive series, and the last couple games it has really picked up. So here's Jose Leaned. He's had a terrible series. He's hitting under 100. The last game he made a little bit of noise, and that's going to be fouled off quickly. 0-2. For the New York Mets, their formula is simple. Hold the Pirates early, score a couple runs, play small ball, and there we go. This will be 3rd to 1st, 2 outs. There's a real feeling when they went to extra innings and New York won that they would come by and win games 6s and 7s. It looks too daunting, but you never know. Here's Andy Van Slyke. If the Pirates win, then that should be a great series versus the Reds. Low ball 1. He was 1 for 4 with a single in the last game. Pirates nothing, the Mets nothing. And did he go? Yes, he did, but it was also a strike. #1 in the American League is done. So the #1 team in the American League, the Oakland A's, are done. And that's going to be a strike again. Both of these teams are in the NL East. And believe it or not, Cincinnati on that head, Andy Van Slyke. And he kind of lost control. Here's Bobby Bowe now with 2 outs. Oh, a high throw. The Reds are in the NL West. And these teams are in the NL East, believe it or not. And that's going to be a high strike. 179 average, no home runs, 4 RBIs for Bonilla. The 0-1, it'll be 1-1 down low. Last 5 games, a double and 4 RBI. Bonilla hitting 179. 1-1, and the curveball there. The Pirates being very not aggressive with their swings here. It'll be 1-2 now. Cone can get out of this inning early. The 1-2 on the ground and a base hit. Let's see what happens with Van Slyke. He's going to stay at second. Wow, in the first inning, a little bit of magic here. A little bit of 2-out lightning. Here's Sid. Sid Bream now. 222. That's going to be a strike. Yesterday, he had a couple moments where it wasn't good. And this is the only time he can really atone for that. Down low, 1-1, 2 on, 2 outs. He was 0 for 4 at the strikeout, but he grounded into a double play. Oh my goodness. That was a big one. The 1-1, 2 outs. Inside, 2-1. The 2-out Lightning all of a sudden has become really big here. The 2-1 pitch to Sid Bream. 3-1. They could load the bases up for R.J. Reynolds. And if you're thinking this is the way New York should start, not Pittsburgh. The 3-1, and he walked them. The bases are loaded to R.J. Reynolds. And all of this has happened with 2 outs. Van Slyke with a base hit and 2 walks. So here we go. Here's R.J. Outside, ball 1. Here in Game 7, top of the first inning. I didn't expect this at all. The Pirates get this. Their problem is scoring. And that's going to be a strike, 1-1. Their problem is actually getting runs in. Don't put people on the bases. The 1-1. 2-1. He almost went. He would have won. That would have been bad. If you're a Pirate fan, you would have loved that as a Mets fan. 2-1. Oh, they call that a strike, and it's 2-2. Reynolds now, bases loaded, the 2-2 from Cone. Struck him out, and we go to the bottom of the first. The bases were loaded, and R.J. Reynolds struck out. It's 0-0. Here's John Smiley, 1-0, no ERA, pitched 9 innings, 5 hits, walks and hits per innings pitched, under 1, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. And here's Mookie, best hitter on the Mets. He's the reason why we're here today. He doesn't get that base hit in Game 5, it's over, and that was a strike. Game number 7. John Smiley against David Cone. And that's going to be a strike again, quickly 0-2. Smiley gets the nod, and that'll be high and fouled off. Maybe Game 1 will be Drayback. You never know. If they make it, I'm wondering about the New York Mets. Struck him out, and that's going to be 1 out. John Smiley, his first strikeout.
The designated hitter, number 9.
So here's the DH now, Greg Jeffries, hitting 200. And that's going to be a strike. So Jeffries, 3 RBI. That's the second on the Mets there. That's going to be jammed inside, 0-2. John Smiley is looking good here. He really is. The 0-2, outside 1-2. You know, Pittsburgh has a lot of their bullpen. I don't want to say saved it, but that's going to be on the ground right to Smiley. They'll throw to Bream, 2 outs. Now remember, the Pirates loaded the bases up with 2 outs. There's Wilson, Jeffries, Hernandez, Miller, McReynolds, Johnson, Carter, Tuffle, and Elster. 206 average. There's only 3 people hitting over 200. Only 3. And here's Keith Hernandez with 2 outs. It's going to be outside, ball 1. Keith Hernandez.
Oh, that's out.
2-0. He was 3 for 5 in the last game and had 2 RBI. One of the better performances. Smiley's working around him, and that's going to be high pop fly to Van Slyke. And he's going to make the catch. We go to the second inning. Second inning, it's 0-0. Here is, well, I guess I would say the worst batter in the series. Obergfell has struggled. Oh, and it's 0-1. Obergfell 0 for 4 with a strikeout in the last game. They're going to have to retool some of this. That'll be a ball 1-1 outside. Parker, Ross, Lawrence, and Holiday. And Darryl Parker gets to call the balls and strikes for Game 7. It's a big honor, but then you got to actually go out and do it. That's Obergfell, and he's got a right there to right field, 1 out. He didn't even move. He didn't even move. Kevin Elster in right field. Here's Mike LaValliere. He had a big base hit in the last game. Second inning, 1 out. David Cohn now. Down ball 1, 1-0. 2 for 3 with a double. It's going to be high inside, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. High and deep to right. This might hit the ground and it won't. Oh my, oh my. Almost there for LaValliere. If that would have gone, if that would have been fair, that would have been incredible. And that's going to be a strike, 2-2. Who would have thought Mike LaValliere would get the first home run? It's 3-2. Belliard is on deck here in the top of the second inning. That's going to be a hard shot to left field underneath. And that's going to be 1 out. Kevin McReynolds. McReynolds, Wilson, and Elster. And the outfield, here's Belliard, 2 outs. Here in game number 7. You never know in game 7. So that's going to be right field, and it is not caught. It's going to be 0-1. Cone. Down low, 1-1. You know, I watched the game 7 last night of the replay last year, and it was Toronto and Baltimore, and that was in the ALCS. That's a hard hit and a base hit. So again, with 2 outs, the Pirates get on base. The Mets are having trouble with 2 outs, and now they got Barry Bonds up. Rafael Belliard. Future Atlanta Brave. Here's Barry, though. 0 for 1. He struck out. There's 2 outs, and Belliard's on first. Cone, and they call that a strike. He didn't like that. He grounded out in the first inning. 276. Oh, and 1. They're going to go to second base. They throw to second. It's a high throw, and Belliard makes it. So all they got to do is get a base hit. It could be in. Game 7, winner take all. Winner take all. Down low, 2-1. They're going to pitch around Bonds and get to lean. Do you know that? 2-1. It'll be 3-1. They might walk him. Chico Lean has not been successful in this series. He's hitting under 100. 3-1. Oh, he jammed him and short to first. He's out. Thought it was a possibility to get that magical run, and Barry Bonds, he's 0 for 2 today. It's 0-0. Here's Keith Miller. Miller is actually playing right field, not Kevin Elster. Miller's playing right field, and that is that's the guy, and he went for the strike there. Yeah, he went after it. The Pirates and the Mets, the winner will play the Reds in the NLCS, and that's going to be down below 1-1. You wonder if the Mets win the whole thing, that base hit by Mookie Wilson. You never know. He went after it, that's twice. He's got to get a little bit better at that. The 1-2, bottom of the second inning. Oh, he jammed him. And Chico Lean will pick it up. They throw to first. They get the out, 1 out. What a defensive play by Chico Lean. You know, I am not saying that he should come out of the game, but batting second, he's hitting under 100. Here's Kevin McReynolds now. Hitting 182. 1 out, bottom of the second. Winner take all. And that's going to be a strike. You're going to have your heroes in this game and your goats. Right now, the storyline of the game are the Pirates are getting 2 innings, 2 runners in scoring position, and they have not scored anybody here. It'll be 2-1. David Cone is either going to settle down or break maybe in the next inning. The 2-1. It'll be 3-1. The only game where we had a transfer of leads was Game 5. And that's going to be a strike. It was 2-1 Pirates, Mookie Wilson's base hit, and then an extra innings, a 2-run home run. That's going to be fouled back. I don't know if it was a home run. I forget how they scored. But McReynolds down 182, full count. 1 out. Struck him out, and there's going to be 2 outs.
Batting 6, the third baseman, Howard Johnson.
And Howard Johnson now. He's big. I mean, you got to be careful around him. He'll poke one over the wall and make it 1-0. And that's the thing with the Pirates. He's first on the Mets with 4 RBI. They've started really hitting the ball well in the last 3 games in their win. And that's going to be a ball, 2-0. They won 5-3. A lot of late inning heroics in Game 4. Game 5 was that crazy game. And it'll be 2-1. And then Game 6 was the Mets just took it over in the last third of the game and ended up winning that one. So Howard Johnson, John Smiley now, the 2-2. 3-2. Gary Carter is on deck. Struck him out. And the Mets go down. Howard Johnson strikes out. And we go to the 3rd inning. It is 0-0. Third inning, here's Chico Lean. He grounded out to first inning. He's hitting under 080 now. He's hitting 077. And this is going to be the top of the 3rd inning. Oh, that was weird. Leaned, and that's going to be a base hit. It sounded like he hit the glove of Gary Carter.
Now batting, number 18.
Let's see. No, he didn't. I thought it sounded weird. It really did, and Howard Johnson couldn't throw it to first. And again, the Pirates are getting people on base. And this is strange if you're a Mets fan. Andy Van Slyke is 1 for 1. Remember, Van Slyke with 2 outs got a base hit. He's 1 for 1 today. He wants to open it up. Top of the 3rd inning, and that's going to be high for a strike. It was hit by the pitch. Remember, it was a 1-2 pitch, and it came inside and it hit him. Okay, I guess it was the next guy. It was Bonilla with the base hit. So Jim Leyland, 154. Swing and a miss. It'll be 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Struck him out, and that's going to be 1 out. Van Slyke. He doesn't get hit now.
Now batting, number 25.
So that's going to be 1 out. Here's Bobby Bonilla. He's going to be 1 for 1 today. Inside ball 1. So Leaned is on first. Bonilla had the single. Top of the 3rd inning. The 1-0. And that'll be 1-1. They're starting to take a lot of pitches now. Bonilla was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. The Pirates already have 3 hits. They're getting people on base. They can't score, though. I mean, this is... the 1-1 with 1 out. That's going to be down low, and it'll be 1-2. So both Van Slyke and Bonilla are 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's going to be lifted to left field, but camped underneath is Reynolds, and that'll be 2 outs.
Now batting, number 5.
Top of the 3rd inning. It's going to be inside ball 1. Here's Sid Bream. Sid Bream walked last time. Remember, he got on. He walked. It's going to be 2-0. Leaned is fast, so Sid Bream walks. Or if he places one, the 2-0. That's going to be hard hit and foul. So Bream now. 2-1, 2 outs. And again, they go to first. But this time a little more importance with the lack of consecutive hits. Here in game number 7, top of the 3rd inning. A long lead or a hit and run might lead to a run. And that's Bream, swing and a miss, 2 strikes. Especially if it's 3 balls, 2 strikes. You're going to see Leaned going, and if there's a base hit, he might go. It's going to be 2-2, though. Keeping him near first, David Cone. So be 54 in his pitches. He reached for that, and it'll curve foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. There they go. They're going to go to second. They get it, and they get the out. Well, they kind of waste that. They could have waited 1 pitch. That ball was low. And it would have been 3-2. Oh, very close. Well, here's Gary Carter, third on the Mets, .499 on base plus slugging.
Gary Carter.
And that's going to be fouled off, 0-1. Outside 0-2. So right now, Gary Carter, John Smiley, that's his strikeout. LaValliere to Bream, one out.
Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 11.
Off the plate, ball one.
And that's going to be ball one. That's going to be a strike there. 1-1 with one out. High, Tuffle underneath his Bonds, and that's going to be a catch, 2 outs. Now the Pirates are looking good defensively. This is exactly the opposite of what I thought would happen. I thought that it would be New York getting people on and the Pirates struggling, but it's the opposite. Kevin Elster now hitting 200. Who's going to be the hero and who is going to be the GOAT? And it's going to be 1-0 outside. Elster was 0 for 2. Remember, he walked twice last game, but he also struck out. So he never hit a fair ball, and that'll be 1-1. It'll be 2-1. 3-1 now. That'll be a full count, 2 outs, nobody on for Kevin Elster. John Smiley's just mowing through this lineup, and that'll be fouled away. Smiley, a good day. He hasn't had a base runner all day. Not one, but he does have 3 balls on Kevin Elster. And then Mookie Wilson would come up. That's going to be fouled away again. Game 7. Winner to the NLCS against the Reds. And fouled it again, and it's going to be very... What the heck was that ball boy doing? He just kept running and running and running. Struck him out, and we go to the 4th. John Smiley has been mowing down the Mets. He went through all of them, and nobody got on base. We go to the 4th.
Leading off for Pittsburgh, the first baseman, number 5.
So here's Sid Bream.
Nope.
Outside ball 1. Here's Cone, and that's going to be on the ground. That'll be Tuffle to Hernandez, 1 out. So Sid Bream, he would have grounded out. I mean, if you believe in that, grounded out anyway. So maybe that steal was justified in the last inning. R.J. Reynolds struck out in the first inning, top of the 4th inning. The Pirates are putting it in play, and that's going to be, and it goes off. They pick it up, and it was out of the glove of Kevin Elster. It just popped up in the air. It's not an error. At least I don't think it is. But, I mean, he did knock it down. It could have been a gap shot. Here comes Obergfell. And this guy's had a terrible series. Might just go 3 balls and just try and get. Obergfell, I would say bunt. He's hitting like 050. And that's going to be a strike, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. 1 out. The Pirates nothing, the Mets nothing. There they go, Obergfell. And that was a hit and run. It'll be 1-2. Top of the 4th inning, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Down below 2-2. 2-2. Struck him out, and that's going to be 2 outs. The Pirates have had runners on every inning.
Now batting, catcher.
Obergfell has been awful.
Trouble.
And I'm sure he's not going to like this series a lot. Maybe it's the team, maybe it's him, we don't know, but he is struggling. And here's Mike LaValliere. 0 for 1, you never know. He had a double in the last game, and that's going to be a strike. Here in the top of the 4th, he flew out in the 2nd. He's only hitting 111. The Pirates have had runners every inning. R.J. Reynolds at first. Now the 4th-seeded Pirates pushing the Mets to the brink. It's going to be quickly 0-2 to LaValliere. You never know who's going to be the hero, who's going to be the one. LaValliere to right field. Let's see, will that drop? No. And it is caught in right field. Easy. Wilson, Jeffries, and Hernandez. We go to the bottom of the 4th.
Leading up for the Mets, the center fielder, Wilson.
And that's going to be a line drive as we begin the bottom of the 4th inning. Bonilla. Here's Greg Jeffries, 0 for 1. He grounded out in the 1st. And that's going to be inside, ball 1. It's going to be a beautiful day. I want to be outside today. That's going to be fun. 2-0.
2-0.
The Pirates nothing, New York nothing. Got to be fouled away. 2-1. Greg Jeffries. We're wondering who's going to be the first Met on base. The Pirates have had base runners every inning, but they haven't scored anybody. And Jeffries, and that'll be lined out. Barry Bonds now with the catch. They're starting to hit Smiley a little bit harder. And Keith Hernandez, he flew out in the 1st. So Smiley was doing really well, and he still is. But now he's starting, you can see a little bit, I wouldn't say cracks, but you can see a little bit of marks being made. It'll be 2-0. Bottom of the 4th inning. High into left field. This is Bonds back to the wall. But O'Kamp underneath, and it's 1-2-3. We go to the 5th inning. The score of the Mets and the Pirates, 0-0. Rafael Belliard had a single in the 2nd inning as we go to the top of the 5th.
Number 6.
Game 7. It'll be 1-0. So that's going to catch a corner 1-1. Top of the 5th inning. I mean, the Mets right now. Oh, he jammed him. Belliard knows that's a mistake. Cone will make the catch, 1 out. This has been a very defensive series at times. And this guy right now, Barry Bonds, in the postseason, 3 home runs and 3 RBIs, but all of them were big, and Bonds, it'll be low ball 1. Last game was 1 for 5 with a double. So the 1-0. And Bonds a swing and a miss. He might be doing a little too much. That's going to be hard hit, 1-2. So David Cone again starting to settle down here. The Pirates still trying to get their fifth straight inning with the base runner, and that's going to be fouled again. They're trying to shift momentum later on in the game. You can feel it a little bit. It'll be 2-2. The Pirates have worked great. And that'll be a strikeout. Barry Bonds has just struck out, and it'll be
The batter,
2
number
outs.
13.
Yeah, he didn't like that. I was shocked by that. I looked at that. I'm like, what in the world? And Jose Lane, Chico Lane now. And that's going to be fouled off. 2 outs, nobody on. And, you know, he's 1 for 2. He had that bunt where he got the first base. And Howard Johnson dropped the barehanded attempt. 1-1 with 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning. Inside 2-1. Van Slyke will be next. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. It'll be 2-2. The Pirates nothing. The Mets nothing here in the top of the 5th. We're getting to a point where it is really mattering. And that's going to be leaned all the way out. The throw. He is out. Go to the bottom of the 5th. It's Miller, McReynolds, and Johnson.
Leading up for the Mets, the right fielder, Keith Miller.
Keith Miller to left, the first pitch in the bottom of the 5th. And that's going to be 1 out.
Now batter, number 22.
Here's Kevin McReynolds. 0 for 1, struck out in his 2nd inning. So John Smiley, that's going to be fouled back. Kevin McReynolds, number 22. That's going to be a hard shot, leaned to Bream, and that'll be 2 outs.
Now batter,
I mean, this is a very defensive game waiting for a break.
Johnson.
Here's Howard Johnson, 0 for 1. He struck out in his 2nd inning. Smiley with 54 pitches. And that's going to be left field. This one is way back. It's way back. It's way back. It is gone. It's a home run. Howard Johnson. Howard Johnson has just hit a home run to make it 1-0. Smiley had a perfect game going, and then Howard Johnson has just scored. John Smiley had a perfect game, and Howard Johnson has just hit a home run. And that's the one that broke everything. It's their first base runner. Here in Game 7 now, it's 1-0 New York.
The catcher, Gary.
And high inside, ball 1. And that's going to be high pop fly. That is Gary Carter, 2 outs, and they make the catch, Bream. But Howard Johnson, the home run. It's the Mets' only base runner all day, and it is 1-0 here in Game 7. Here's Andy Van Slyke.
Leading off the pitcher, the
He was hit by a pitch in the third inning. He got out. Now David Cohn has the lead, top of the sixth. That's going to be outside ball one. So Van Slyke, this is big. The Pirates can't get any sort of runs in. They can get people on base. Though the last inning was the last one where they didn't get anybody on base. It'll be 2-1. Down low, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Van Slyke. And they walk him, so Van Slyke will go to first. And Bobby Bonilla will come up. Bonilla's 1 for 2, a single in the first. And that's going to be a strike. Could have been a meatball down the right field line. Here in the 6th inning, the Mets, a home run by Howard Johnson. That's it. Here in game number 7, a 1-0 lead. And that's another one. Bonilla just takes that. It's going to be 0-2. The 0-2. Hit him, and he goes to first. My goodness, an 0-2 pitch. That's not good. Here's Sid Bream. Nobody out and 2 on. This is surprising. The Pirates are down 1-0, and they're showing some force here. They're the underdog. It's supposed to be the Mets that shut them down, and it's 1-0. So much can happen, a double sacrifice, and we'll be tied after a double sacrifice. The 1-0, 2-0. We remember in the other game, the Pirates had multiple opportunities like today to score, and they haven't done it. Now they got 2 on, the 2-0 to Bream. And 3-0, they call that a ball. And R.J. Reynolds is on deck. 3 balls, no strikes. And that'll be a strike. Three and 1. They walk him and the bases are loaded. Oh, this could be dangerous for the Mets.
Now back, number 23.
This is the series right here, I'm telling you. This could be the series. Here's R.J. Reynolds. Anything, a double play, and it is. It's going to be 1-0, a double play, and the Pirates have tied the game. A long fly out, the Pirates have tied the game. So much. I'm an Unsay Productions, really good to see you. You're saying R.J. Reynolds bomb the 1-0, it's 2-0. This could be the series, because I'll tell you what, right now, if the Pirates don't score here, there's no way they're scoring in this game. The 2-0 to R.J. Reynolds. Swing and a miss. It would have been down low. It's now 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. This is so big. 3-1. 1 more ball and we're tied. You know Oberkfell, that's not who they want coming up. The 3-1. He walked him and we're tied at 1. And the Pirates have just tied Game 7 by standing there and watching pitches. And Van Slyke has scored. David Cohn is having trouble. Here's Oberkfell. He's been horrible. And there it is. It's going to be on the ground. They go to first. It's 2-1 Pittsburgh. He gets the RBI, and there's only 1 out. So Oberkfell does what he needs to do, and the Pirates now have a 2-1 lead, and they have not had 1 base hit. And a new pitcher will come out. The Pirates now have a 2-1 lead here in New York. David Cone leaves, and he knows that, oh my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please.
And here comes Bob McClure, 5 games, an 0-1 record,
Number 27.
6 2/3 innings pitched, ERA 135. Righties don't like the guy, and lefties like him. 4 strikeouts and 1 walk. Pittsburgh 2, New York 1. Here's LaValliere. Outside ball 1, 1-0. Terry Lee, Chetwin Nunez. McClure now. This is so big. LaValliere would like a pop fly for the insurance. The Pirates looking for an insurance run. That's going to be a hard shot. That's going to be 1 run in, and they get LaValliere. It's 3-1. He does his job. And the Pirates have 3 of those in from when the bases were loaded. And here's Rafael Belliard. He singled in the second. The Pirates have a 3-1 lead here in Game 7. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And that would be an upset. And that's going to be a strike. This would be a huge, major upset. The Pirates 3 and the Mets 1. Oh, he does that. No wonder why he's hitting 167. The 0-2 with 2 outs. On the ground, they'll go Johnson. He'll throw to Hernandez, and they get him. Well, there's anxiety here in New York. They saw the Pirates score 3 runs. You got Tuffle, Elster, and Wilson coming up. Neither one.
The second baseman,
Neither one of them, but
number 11.
you have John Smiley now. And here's Tim Tuffle. And that's going to be ball 1 down low. So Tuffle last game was 0 for 1. Tuffle will be fouled back 1-1. I mean, he didn't get the break on that. The Mets want to try and get something back down. The Pirates, what an inning. They load the bases up, they get 3 runs. 2-1. 3-1. Kevin Elster. The 3-1. They walk him, and Tuffle goes to first. So Smiley having an inning again like David Cone. And here comes Kevin Elster. He's 0 for 1, struck out in the third. You know, that first batter is always so big to get. When you don't get him, then the inning turns crazy. That'll be on the ground. It's knocked down by Bonilla. That's got to be an error. That is an error. That has to be an error by Bonilla. They're going to call that a base hit. I don't know. And now the New York Mets are trying. They got 2 on. That could have been a double play ball. But here's Mookie. And let's see what John Smiley does here. That's going to be a strike. Remember, it was Wilson's base hit in game number 5 that put the New York Mets into a game number 6. The Pirates 3-1 lead, bottom of the 6th inning. On the ground, this could be 2. They go to second, they go to first, they get both. And that was a big double play. Mookie Wilson, who saved the season, really put a big dent in it. Now you have Greg Jeffries. Greg Jeffries 0 for 2. Bottom of the 6th, that's going to be ball 1. 3 RBI in the last 3 games. That'll be Greg Jeffries. The 1-0. That'll be a strike right in the corner. 1-1. A base hit by Jeffries. It's 3-2. It'll be fouled back. Smiley's got a chance to get out of this like David Cone didn't. And Smiley has a chance. The 1-2. It's down low. They throw to third and almost threw it into left field. New York wants that run. They want to cut it to 3-2. The 2-2. On the ground. It's going to be hit again, but it's 3-2 now. They get that run. That's twice Bonilla couldn't come up with it on a diving move. And here's Keith Hernandez 0 for 2. And that'll be a strike. Wow, Greg Jeffries got on, and they cut the lead to 1. So here's Hernandez. They go, they throw. They knew that was junk. He's going to be safe. Jeffries is the tying run. Here in game number 7. Yeah, his right leg got in there. Keith Hernandez. Well, they throw. That's nothing there. It'll be 1-2. Again, another chance to end the inning. Let's see. Hernandez, 2-2. Smiley, a little bit weaker of an inning, just like David Cone, but it's 3-2 now. Bottom of the 6th, that's going to be high. Can they pop it up in the and he makes the catch during the stands. It was during a lot of Pirate fans, so that helped. And we go to the 7th. New York's cut the lead now to 3-2.
Your attention, please.
Terry Leach, 5 games, 1-0 record.
Number 26.
5 2/3, 1.59 ERA. Righties like the guy, lefties hate him. 5 2/3 innings. And they bring him in because the lefty has not got a base hit, and you got a big lefty now.
Barry.
Here's Barry. So Pittsburgh lost their insurance, and now they're hanging to a 3-2 lead. And that'll be Barry. Oh, they bring it in, and there's Howard, the first one out. Here in the top of the 7th, the Pirates scored all their runs. The bases were loaded, nobody out. They got 3 of them in. And here's Jose Lean. It was 3-1, and the New York Mets scored a run last inning to make it 3-2. Jose Lean, the only hit he had was a bunt. And again, this 2 pitches, 2 outs. Two pitches, 2 outs.
Number 18.
And here's Andy Van Slyke. Hit by the pitch, walk, run. They've only had 1 inning without a Pirate on base. And that's going to be a strike to Van Slyke. Top of the 7th inning. Terry Leach coming in 1-1. You never know, Bonilla's next, and then you got Sid Bream. 1-2, 2 outs. Leach now, the 1-2. Fouled it off. The Mets are behind 3-2 in game 7. 1-2 down low, 2-2. I can't believe the Pirates came back like they did. Struck him out. We go to the bottom of the 7th.
Ladies and
We
gentlemen,
go to the bottom of the 7th, and it is the Pirates still clinging to a 3-2 lead.
leading up for the Mets, the right fielder,
Keith Miller now. He flew out, grounded out, and he doesn't have a hit in the postseason. 7th inning, that's going to be a strike for Smiley, Robinson, and Kipper. You notice different names warming up. They didn't want to burn people out for Game 6. They'll burn them out now. There is no tomorrow to right field. And Reynolds, that's going to be 1 out. So the Pirates have a 3-2 lead.
number 22.
And they're sticking with Smiley. We got to see this. Kevin McReynolds, 0 for 2, a strikeout, a ground out, 167. That's going to be a strike. Kevin McReynolds here, 0 for 2. Swing and a miss there. You can see 79 total pitches. The 5th inning, he only had 6 pitches. I believe that was the inning he gave up a home run. The 0-2 with 1 out. And outside 1 and 2. I mean, he had a groove going on. The first 4 innings were perfect. In the 5th inning, the 6th pitch inning, was the home run. High into right field. And underneath is Reynolds, 2 outs. It's getting interesting.
Up next to the net, the third baseman, Howard.
And here's Howard Johnson. He had the solo home run in the 5th. Broke up the perfect game. Was really big. They got to be careful. Smiley against Johnson. And that's going to be a strike. 0-1, 2 outs. There were 2 outs. He could tie this game again. Well, he could tie this game. Johnson, if he homers again. And it'll be 0-2. Quickly 2 strikes. With 2 outs. Struck him out. It was on the corner. He didn't like the call. He's saying something, maybe to himself. We don't know. But that was big. We go to the 8th. It's 3-2 Pittsburgh. So here's Bobby Bonilla, 1 for 2. Top of the 8th inning, the Pirates need an insurance run. We know if they get an insurance run, how big that would be. So here's Leach. And it's going to be stopped. They throw to first. Got him! Oh, what a play! What a play by Kevin Elster. Oh, what a play! Kevin Elster, what a big play. And now there's 1 out. And Sid Bream inside, 1-0. 0 for 1, he walked twice. Plate discipline. 1-0, 1 out. Be 2-0. So the 2-0. That's going to be high to right field. Where will it drop? Will it drop? It is back. It is caught. Mookie Wilson, very speedy, made the catch. 2 outs. And here's RJ. 1 for 2, a single and an RBI. 3-2 Pittsburgh. Below ball 1. 2 runs for the Mets, so have a lead right now. Anything's possible in the last couple innings. And that is fair, and let's see how far he can run. R.J. Reynolds, and he misses second base. He could get to third, and he will not. He will not. But R.J. Reynolds will get to second. Right there, and McReynolds Misses that. Here's Ken Obergfell, 0 for 3. And that's going to be fouled away, 0-1. If he gets a base hit, yeah, it could be the insurance. He's only hitting 050. This has not been a good postseason for him. Obergfell, no! Oh, my. I thought maybe, but Keith Hernandez with the catch. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Pirates 3, the Mets 2.
Your attention, please. Now,
Here's Jeff Robinson. 2 games, 2 innings. Nobody's done a thing against him, and he has 2 strikeouts. Everybody hates this guy if you're a hitter. You got 7, 8, 9. Here's Carter. Struck out, popped out, and now you're feeling it. If the Mets score 2, then the Pirates have 3 outs to survive. Now Jeff Robinson, and that'll be on the ground. Got it. They go back to Robinson, 1 out. What a play by Sid Bream defensively. That was a good one.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
Pinch hitter Wally Bachman.
Number 6.
And I think he is in for a tuffle. Wally Bachman has hit the ball well the last couple games. Bottom of the 8th, 1 out. Bachman, this might be the gap. Let's see. R.J. Reynolds, 2 outs. And 2 pitches, 2 outs for Jeff Robinson.
Now back, number 21.
And Kevin Elster. He might have saved a run. Might also help save their season with that out. To get Bonilla out. Bottom of the 8th inning, 2 outs. Here's Robinson. It's going to be inside, ball 1. New York Mets. Here in the 8th inning, it would be a humongous upset if they lost. And that'll be fouled back 1-1, especially since they forced a 7th game. They were down 3-0, and they really took control of the series, especially after yesterday's game. On the ground, Belliard, DeBream, and that's the end of the 8th. LaValliere, Belliard, and Bonds, and oh my.
Your attention, please.
Wally Bachman, second base.
Now playing second base, number 6.
He's good, and Edwin Nunez, remember he came in yesterday. He's done well in this series. Mike LaValliere, 0 for 3, grounded out in the 6th, 8, 9, and 1. LaValliere, Belliard, and Bonds trying to get that insurance run. And LaValliere, oh, that's a base hit. And LaValliere will get to first. Oh, wow. Nunez, his first pitch. Good night. And here's Rafael Belliard. He singled in the 2nd. And we know how big this is. They might bunt him over because of his speed. Maybe play small ball. You don't know. There it is. There to first. They go. They pick it up. They go. Did he beat it? No, he didn't. That's going to be 1 out, but they got LaValliere on 2nd, so there won't be a double play, but you got Bonds coming up. Belliard, a very nice bunt. Almost beat that out. And here's Berry. He's 0 for 4. But don't count him out with a big hit. He won 2 games by himself. They're going to intentionally walk him now. Get the double play. So even though he's 0 for 4, they do that. And now, in the top of the 9th inning, you have Chico Lean.
Number 13.
He singled in the third inning, hasn't done anything since, but he's hit the ball today hard. 1 for 4. 1 out, lean. Outside ball 1. Van Slyke will be up next. The Pirates have left 8 on base, and the Mets have only left 1 on base. The Pirates have put pressure on the Mets the entire day. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. It'll be 1-1. I couldn't believe that. I would think that would be the other way around. The Pirates would be trying to survive for their lives. The 1-1 with 1 out. Swing and a miss. 1 out. They got to make contact. They got Van Slyke coming up next. The 3-2. High, 2-2. It's 3-2. Now it's 2-2. Jose Lean, the Pirates up by 1. Oh, they wild pitch and they won't run. Oh, they could have ran, but they didn't. It'll be 3-2. They're looking for the insurance run. Such a big pitch, a walk, and the bases will be loaded for Van Slyke. Oh, he struck out on that. Oh, he struck out on that. Oh, what a mistake by Lean. Oh, what a mistake by Lean. Oh, what a mistake. Oh, we don't want to read those lips. What a mistake by Lean, and here's Andy. It could have easily been bases loaded, 1 out. Andy a swing and a miss here, 0-1. The Mets, well, the bottom of the 9th of Game 7, it's 3-2. The Pirates don't want this in doubt. That's going to be to center field, and underneath is Wilson, and he makes the catch. Bottom of the 9th in Game 7, it's going to be Wilson, Jeffries, and Hernandez.
Your attention, please. Now,
Jim Gott, 1 save, 1 opportunity. He's their closer. Jim Gott. Here's the situation in Game 7. If the Mets score no runs, the Pirates go to the NLCS. If they score 1, we keep on playing. If they score 2, the Mets go to the NLCS. Let's see what Gott does against Wilson, and it's fouled off. He tried to surprise bunt him. Bottom of the 9th inning. All this is incredible pressure. Anything can happen here. Wilson will pop it up underneath, and it's caught by Bonilla, and it's 1 out. Mookie Wilson with a huge hit. They can't get on here. And here's Greg Jeffries, 1 for 3. A single and an RBI, 1 out. Bottom of the 9th, Game 7, it's 3-2. And that'll be inside. They call that a strike. The Pirates 3, the Mets 2. Gott. And that's going to be a hard shot and a base hit. So Jeffries will get on. He has 73 speed. He's the tying run. And now the series winning run will come to the plate. Here in the 7th game, the bottom of the 9th inning. Anything can happen. Keith Hernandez 0 for 3. He could win the series with a home run, and that's going to be a strike. If he hits into a double play, he loses the series. If he hits a home run, he wins the series. So it's 0-1, Keith Hernandez. Oh, Jeffries. So the 0-1 with 1 out. The Pirates have a 3-2 lead right now. We got a prediction. Hernandez blocking it off right now. Let's see if that comes true. The 0-1. Outside 1-1, 1 out. Bottom of the ninth inning, 3-2 Pirates. This is insane pressure. It's a strike there, and Hernandez has 2 on him. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Hernandez. 1 out, 1 on. High pop fly, deep right field. Here goes slant sling. It is. It's gone. They win the series. They win the series. Keith Hernandez has just won the series for the Mets. Down by 1. He hits a 2-run home run in Game 7. He's done it. He's done it. The Mets are alive. Keith Hernandez is the hero. They've won this series on a home run off Jim Gott. They've done it. It's like Mazeroski, but the other team. New York Mets, you can see the elation. Keith Hernandez has just won the game and won this series for the New York Mets. They're going crazy. They know what it means. They're the number 1 seed, and they have just won this series. It was close. Scott didn't know. We didn't know. I thought it might have been just a regular high fly ball. But in one swing of the bat, it's Mets versus Reds. And they're still celebrating at home plate. That is incredible. And the Mets have just seen something unbelievable. Keith Hernandez. That is one of the most incredible endings. Boog Powell and Keith Hernandez have both in our simulations ended a series on a home run in a Game 7. Unbelievable. Keith Hernandez has just won the series. He has just, of course, he's player of the game. He could be 1 for 1,000. He's player of the game doing that. It was a 1-2 pitch with 1 out. A 1-2 pitch, 1 strike away from getting him, and Keith Hernandez launched it over right field, and Jim Gott will go down. There will be questions. There will be everything. And right now, Jim Gott is in the locker room. My goodness. Keith Hernandez has won the series for the Mets and lost in all this. They were down 3-0. They were down 3-0, and they swept them all. They're talented enough to do that, so I'm not going to say it's like a... I mean, if the Pirates swept when they were down 3-0 and they won 4-3, that would even be a bigger miracle. But this, the Mets had the talent, and they came back. They needed a little luck tonight, and they got it. The Mets 4... The Pirates 3. The Pirates, that was unbelievable. And you were right. I'm an Say Productions. Hernandez walked it off. My goodness. That was incredible. It was, you gotta see. The highlight reel here. Bonilla. And this was Howard Johnson that broke the open game. It was 0-0. And then this was a base hit that scored a run and made it 3-2. That's how big it was. They didn't get any insurance. The Pirates didn't get any insurance. So, you know, it went there, and then Kevin Elster. That was a huge play. And then here it is. Keith Hernandez. Keith Hernandez, and that's it. The one thing that you want to see, for Hernandez in the home run, you can see that it was 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Keith Hernandez, 1 ball, 2 strikes. That was huge. And then watch this. Good night. And watch Van Slyke. Watch his reaction when he went back. You can see how far it was for the home run. Barely, barely, barely. Oh, yeah. And then he knew. And then he knew. And then that was it. History. Game 7 home run. Keith Hernandez. Of all the things that happened, the Pirates had multiple chances to win the series, and New York kept coming. They kept coming. Now for the post-game show. As we'll take a look at the box score here, Bonds went 0 for 4. He struck out once. He intentionally walked him. R.J. Reynolds 2 for 3, an RBI. That's it. The only one. Oberkfell, of course, he had an absolutely god-awful series. 0-47. Hit the donut there. Lean. Bonds, Van Slyke. Batting Reynolds with the double. Reynolds with an RBI. Oberkfell with the RBI, and LaValliere with an RBI. Remember, Oberkfell grounded out, scoring a run. Hit by pitch, Van Slyke and Bonilla. Sacrifice Belliard. Base running, stolen bases, Belliard and caught stealing Lean. They were 1 for 2. For New York, there was only one player, Jeffries, the DH, and that was huge. With 1 out, the base hit. Mookie Wilson was out, and then Jeffries got up, got a hit, and Hernandez the home run. That is, that's unbelievable. A home run, Hernandez and Howard Johnson. RBIs, Jeffrey Hernandez had 2. Johnson grounded into a double play as Wilson. Stolen bases, Jeffries had 1. They were 1 for 1 today. Gott gets the loss. Every run was earned today. Smiley 3, giving up 3 hits on 2, giving up 2 runs on 3 hits. Struck out 6, walked 1. A very strong outing in 7. Robinson looked very good. He had the hold, but then Jim Gott given a 1-run lead, and that home run will be remembered forever. For New York, David Cone had a rough day. He had a rough day. McClure came in, but then Leach and Nunez got the win. And he's 1-1. That's unbelievable, you know. Bottom of the 9th inning, a home run, and that was it. And the New York Mets move on to the next round. Taking a look now, it'll be the Mets. The higher seed, Cincinnati, is a 3 seed. The Mets are a 1 seed. So the Mets were a couple strikes away from both 1 seeds going down, but when we take a look at the future games, Dave Stieb against Frank Viola in the ALCS. So that'll start on a little bit of breaks here. And then we go Toronto and Minnesota will play the first 2. New York and Cincinnati will play the 2 behind. And then it'll just kind of go like that. And especially with game 7s. So that's going to be the schedule here. But looking at the teams, Toronto, Minnesota, New York, and Cincinnati, I don't know why Cincinnati would have the home field advantage. I don't. No idea. But it is what it is. As, let's see. There it is. Yeah, why does Cincinnati have the home field? I don't know. Maybe it's the fact, oh my goodness. You can see their scores for the Mets: 5-3 win, 4-2 win, 6-1 win, and a 4-3 win. So that is incredible. The Mets in 7 games, the only one to win 7 games. So Minnesota and Toronto will have the next game. Minnesota and Toronto should be a good one. Have a great day, everyone. What a game that was. We'll see you later.